Hi everybody, Sarah here at the Big Blue Homestead.
Hey everybody, it's Brian.
And Brian has been working really hard and he finished off the greenhouse. We've got just a couple little things that need to do with drainage because we're getting some water puddling in from the front. That's about it, but he's already been putting in tables. So
Yes.
Let's talk about how we got everything, how we sourced it, and how we actually put this greenhouse together.
Okay.
All right, you go first.
All right. A lot of the windows we got from people at work. Most came from a lady named Sandra, who was remodeling her, or not remodeling, but replacing all of her windows, and most of these are from her. Plus, we've got enough to do another half greenhouse this size, which is just crazy. Super nice of her. Some we found right after we moved to this place. And a couple I purchased reconditioned doors that were really cheap. So and then we did have to purchase some of the lumber. Cost I think somewhere around $5.50, somewhere around in there. And then we had to purchase some of the roof panels. Sorry, those I got at work really cheap as well. So all in all. And then we also got something at Lowe's. It's called a Colpack lumber. It's lumber that's like got scab wood on it, or it's bent, or it's cracked.
Yeah, just slightly dinged and damaged.
Yeah, but most of it you can use. And we got several of those at a really reduced rate and made the most of it.
Yeah, and then he put in tables yesterday and today. And that's why we held off on putting out the video, and that's because he used deck boards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, deck boarding, and we just put tables in there because the shelves that I wanted to use aren't going to work. So we'll go inside and we'll talk about that. But before we do, got to do a big thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, John and Kat at Old Reading Farm. Super inspirational videos that
Definitely.
you guys did. Helped me a lot throughout this whole process.
I've been asking him to do this since we've moved here, and he hasn't had any inspiration to get him moving. Anything that's really made him go, okay, I want to do this. And he watched your videos, and I mean, he was glued to YouTube, watching. And yes, thank you so much for doing that. You guys go check out Old Reading Farm. They actually have a playlist on how he built it, and there's a couple videos that are like fast sped up, so you can see how it was all done. Because Brian almost followed it 100%. We had to make some changes because our windows were different. But yeah, thank you so much.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I had watched those videos probably at least 4 or 5 times each, to be honest with you.
All right, the entire size of the greenhouse is 11 by 15. I wanted something quite large because you'll see all the plants I already have in there. We do need to come through and trim down these panels on the top. One side is longer than the other. And we have frosted and clear, but it's still working out exactly the way we want. I do have windows that open so that I can ventilate it out. And I've already been starting some of the stuff around front. As you can see, I'm going to be putting in some flower beds over here. But you can see that dark spotted dirt back here. That's where we've had to start kind of filling in the cracks. When it rains, it puddles, and it was going into the actual greenhouse. But Brian did an excellent job on the eaves. He ended up cutting out plexiglass because we tried with glass and that wasn't as great.
One to work.
Yeah, we got one piece of glass to actually work, but it was a lot harder. So we put plexiglass in there instead. But you can see it's a rather large greenhouse. I mean, it's huge. And there is mess still around. We'll get that all cleaned up too. But 11 by 15 is a lot bigger than I expected when I'm standing inside. So let's go in and check it out. We haven't 100% decided on the flooring, but I did want to put sand down because Brian suggested that. It helps the ants not move in so quickly. But you can see we ran out of sand, so we have some spots still, but we're perfectly fine with that. And we did goof up because the double doors that we purchased, they were a special order and they were on markdown like super duper cheap. They're interior doors. So as you can see, I've already pulled this piece off to see what it looked like underneath, but all of this is just, I mean, it is completely warped and bowing up. So luckily, this is good enough wood that we can just pull all this off because it just peels right off. We can pull all of that off and then we can go back and, what did you say we were gonna do?
put a piece of oak sheeting over the top.
Yeah.
Just cut it down and put it over the top, and then just seal it.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get that done, but that's not a priority. It's still usable, and the one underneath isn't warping. It's just the coating on the outside. And those are the racks that I was going to use, and they're not going to work out because of the shading, so we're going to repurpose them differently. But you can see where Brian has built, or is building, one of the tables back here, because this other side is already full. And I'm going to keep this section as just a workstation, so I have a place to work for now, or maybe I'll work outside and bring them in. But yeah, I'm already covered up in tomato plants on this side. Wanted to show you the difference in the roof. Now these were in the yard for a while, so they got a little dirty, but they're washing off as the rain comes through. But see, I've got frosted and then I have clear, but it's still working the same. And Brian put a light in for us.
Yep.
So we have working light, so I can stay out here at night too. So it's pretty awesome.
You good? All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is probably, or most definitely, the second biggest project I've done. It's the first biggest on this property. I had a lot of fun doing it. It really was. It can be frustrating at times, but it's really rewarding at the end. Really enjoyed it.
There's an ant. Sorry. All right, sorry. Organic pest control. I just stepped on. Yeah, Brian did an excellent job. He came out here and he worked as much as he could, working a full-time job and getting it all done. And I really did not have to help him with anything.
No.
I mean, I think one thing, and I can't even remember what it was. Yeah, but he did an excellent job, especially getting it done. So if you're looking to get a greenhouse like this, and a window greenhouse, start looking and sourcing your windows now. Start looking for like marked down lumber packages at Lowe's, because they are super cheap. Most of them are like $100, and there's so much stuff in that wood that you can use it for any other project you need, or you could even just turn around and sell the rest just to make some money back. Somebody else could use it. But yeah, it was an excellent project, and we're really happy to have it up. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Oh yeah. I mean, the tables are made out of the cold wood as well, and they probably cost maybe $10 to make. Yeah. Possibly. So it's definitely a resource that everybody can use.
So if you guys are looking to start to do a greenhouse like this one is very big and roomy. I'm gonna have lots of space and lots of plants in here, and yeah, just start saving up now. Get yourself ready for it, and then that way, when you have time to build it, you can. And I would recommend doing it in the fall, because waiting till the spring really pushes things towards an end, and you're close to your garden dates anyway. Yeah. So, all right, well, thank you guys for stopping by. See you in the next one.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.